Well, hello sunshine, glad you're here. Beautiful day out. I want to show you today how I split wood when I'm by myself. I got my wood splitter set up. I got an old elevator here that was for farming, for doing ear corn. I got it hooked to my little John Deere tractor, gas powered log splitter, hydraulic dump wagon I made myself. Yeah, it may be out of what some people can use. Some people can use some of the tips out of here. You may be able to apply those to your own thing. I'm pretty lazy. I do everything to make myself easier. I got some little tips for you. Even the gallusts on my overalls. When I pick up a heavy piece of wood, it's always against me, and it always tears them metal gallusts up. Well, tearing them up so bad, I just took an old nail apron, leather nail apron, cut me a couple leather tabs there, cut a button hole in them, and they'll support that weight where that's not on my back. I can hold it in close to me, and bibs keep it, of course, from just ruining my old fat beer belly. Let's get started up. I'll show you how this thing's working. Hopefully it'll all start up. Hello, sunshine. Let's do a little bit of firewood today. I'll show you how I do it by hand. Some of you guys might be interested in that. I don't know. I'll show you guys how I do this firewood when I'm by myself. I do a lot of work here by myself, so I'm pretty lazy. I try to make it just as easy on myself as I can. Of course, I've got an old gas-powered log splitter here, wood splitter. Works fine for me. I'm actually splitting red oak today. It tends to split pretty easy, especially if it's straight grain. It splits a lot easier than pine and stuff that a lot of you guys have. This here's soft maple, and it's getting a little piffy. But the point of it is, I split on here, and then I throw off this elevator. Now this elevator here is an old corn elevator. We're doing ear corn, putting ear corn in corn crib. Kind of back and forth combines were much of a thing. And it works real good for firewood. And it puts it up there on the pile. I don't do well at bending over. It seems like I can move a mountain if I've got it in here close to my belly. Of course, with a belly like I got, there's got to be a lot of power in there, doesn't there? We're up on the, there, we're going to get her broke loose. As long as I can keep that in here against my belly, I can hold quite a bit. And that's why I wear bibs. Boy, she ain't liking that. That's why I wear bibs out here. And now bibs, about 10 minutes in here, I've already got these gallusts ruined, them metal gallusts that hook over them woods. Well, I did a little bit better. I built these leather tabs for them, and they thread right on there. I probably won't be able to zoom in enough for you guys to see them, but I built these leather tabs, and I just build them out of old boots I was going to throw away and maybe save the tongue out of them or the sides out of them. I build a lot of stuff out of leather, not be wasteful. I just cut a slot in them so I can thread them through the suspender kind of things on them. Cut a slot in them up and down vertical for the buttons. Now this here wood that I'm splitting, I don't really care how small it gets to a certain extent because I'm running an outdoor wood boiler with this. I just want it small enough to dry good. Boy, I wouldn't want to split that with an axe. But I wouldn't want to split some of that pine that they're all splitting either. Now this here, there's kind of a homemade hookaroon I built. I might show you how I did that one of these days, or I might have already shown you. Anyhow, I'm running this elevator off old John Deere lawnmower I got, and it was shaft in there that you can't just buy the end for, and the end was bad on it. So we done some machining. We done some machining on it and got that old John Deere lawnmower working. I got, oh, maybe 130 bucks in that, I guess. This old wagon, I think I get $100 for it. I know it's starting to sound like I got a lot in it. But all this stuff, I've actually bought from other things on the farm. And I just use them for my wood splitting. Because I've already got them. I'll keep tilting this trailer down and bringing that wood back to me as I need to. And I'll show you here in just a second. I don't really need to bring that wood back to me, but there's another benefit to tilting it. I'm going to tilt it. I've got the just the battery sitting there, the hydraulic power unit sitting right there, and I just pull up the plug into it. Now by raising that up, I'll show you what that does. Of course it raises it up. And I really wasn't worried about bringing more wood back to me. But what I did is I got this to about the same level as that. So when I pick up a piece of wood, and I'm not dealing with too big of stuff right now, but when I pick up a piece of wood, I really don't have to do any lifting. Given the opportunity, I am a very lazy person. If I can find an easier way to do something, I'm all about it. And if part of this will help you guys, boy, there's an old, that's the old crotch of a tree. That's the old crotch of a tree right there with bark inclusion on it. I really like splitting by hand. Man, that makes my back feel good, everything else. But to me, the worst thing about splitting by hand, excuse me, is the picking it up and putting it on the pile. You notice a lot of this here wood doesn't even need split, because I put it on here with my skid steer. So most of this wood that's on here right now, even if it's already split, right now is the first time I touch that piece of wood with my hands. So I got my little hook maroon here. Like I say, that can reach me up in there to keep bringing wood back to me. And that's homemade and handy. I probably don't have, some of you guys may be lucky to live in a farm community or not too far from one where you can pick stuff up on auction. But between that tractor right there, this elevator, this log splitter, and this wagon, I've probably got less than $500 in the whole mess. I probably don't have $500 in the whole mess. Like I say, I think I had this give to me by a guy that was just happy to see it used again. The John Deere I got about 130 bucks in. I think this log splitter I got 200 in. And I think I got 100 in the wagon. So if you could bide your time, you too could probably set something like this up if you got the room to have it. Or they make elevators, they make electric elevators like this for moving shingles and stuff. Those would be real good for that. But guys, I think you've got an idea of what we're doing here. Appreciate you guys being here. I'll tell you what, I've seen some of that stuff split. You give me some good straight grained red oak or hickory or ash, why, you can split that with butter knife. Everybody has a little bit of pride thinking, well, my wood's harder to split than somebody else's, and I get that. Everybody's own brand of misery is kind of the worst. I don't know, I'm just happy to be alive on God's green earth, and whatever I've got in front of me, I don't think it's the worst. I think it must be the best, because God takes care of me. So I'd say my wood's the easiest to split anybody's out there. If it wasn't for the fact that I don't like to bend over, probably wouldn't even be using a log splitter. Now I guarantee you this here's split twice as fast with a splitting ball or an axe. If it wasn't for the fact of bending over, I could have hit that twice and been done with it. But this split's easy. You can see it's just as straight grain as can be, and it was hollowed out a little bit, which is common for our red oaks here. I have to raise my elevator. We'll raise that up a little bit more. Hopefully I don't mar up the handle on my homemade hookaroon. We lost a couple pieces. Lost one to Dytech, didn't we? That's the part I don't like, bending over. Man, I know I've beaten a dead horse, playing a broken record. Oh, back, I had an injury back when I was in second grade. It stuck with me. I'm not complaining. I'm not moving around. I'm not moving around. I'm not having groundhogs delivering my UPS packages, so what have I got to complain about? Not a daggum thing. We still may need to raise that some more. When you see that jump, what it's doing is it's a piece of wood's getting caught up there on that end on top of the pile. Sure appreciate you guys being here. Enjoying a nice day with me. Hopefully you can learn a little bit of something. If it's a trick about your overalls or maybe part of this operation you can modify to fit your needs. Give you a way to think about something a little bit different. Maybe make your job a little easier at home. There, right there. That there was in there crossways. This one here is going to be a weird one, ain't it? And it's just a little bit almost long. We'll get her split down though. All we got to do is get her to where she'll fit in the stove. Like I say, I'm not selling this, so I'm not too worried about it looking just perfect for a customer or something. This is my stuff. I split a little bit bigger for myself. Well, how do you do that? I don't know. I split it smaller, but I stopped when it's bigger. And I don't care about these odd shaped pieces because I'm not buying it. Now, if I was buying this, I'd want a good product, wouldn't I? If I was paying my hardly earned dollars for this, I'd want a good product. But I'm not. I just got my labor in it. So we'll do the waste not, want not on our own wood. And we'll save the better stuff for customers. And that way their wood pile looks prettier. It don't matter in the grand scheme of things. But it takes a little bit of pride to work. I'll eat the scrap. I'll eat the scraps. I'll give them the center cuts. If you like this kind of thing, give me the old hitchhiker. If you don't, give me the old Julius Caesar. Appreciate you guys being here.